Hey everybody, welcome to Alaska Raceway Parks Track Talk. I am your host, Michelle, and appreciate everybody tuning in on Facebook or on YouTube, wherever you may happen to be. Definitely like us, share, just give us a thumbs up. All of those things help Alaska Raceway Park and help us get the message out about all of the cool things that we are doing up here in Alaska. So, a week ago, I was in sunny Phoenix and we didn't even have snow, and now we have a ton of it. So I hope that all of you are staying safe. I hope that power has been restored to you wherever you're at. I know sometimes it's a challenge. Remember to give everybody some grace. I was thinking about it today, and some of the electrical service areas that we have in Alaska are larger than most states in the United States, the rest of the United States. So definitely big thank you to everybody who is working on restoring power. I know it's a tough job, and we appreciate everybody for taking care of that. Appreciate everybody who's out plowing and trying to keep the roads safe. And definitely my heart goes out to everybody who's got kids in school, because this is a challenge for sure, but we'll get through it because we're Alaskans and we always do. So one thing that I've got a couple things on my list today that I want to talk about. First thing happens to go along with snow. If you haven't got your tires changed over yet, you're a little bit behind the 8 ball, but there are a lot of places that are sponsors of ours that are able to get tires changed over for you. So Alyeska Tires, one of our big sponsors, and they have locations all over the state. So you can touch base with them and get in to get new tires, get your tires changed over, whatever it is that you need. If you're here in the Palmer-Wauchula area, swing into Corks Auto on the Palmer-Wauchula Highway. They have tires for sale and they do changeovers. They do all their stuff by appointment, so you want to call ahead and schedule that, but they've got a really cool waiting room that's got a pool table on it, so you can do, hit a couple balls around the table while you're there, and that helps with the time, but they're actually really, really quick on getting stuff done. So next thing that I have, parking. If you haven't paid your parking, that is due by the end of the month. If you don't know whether you did or not, I recommend going to our website, checking out the parking page and seeing what color your spot is. I do need to update that, so give me just a brief couple minutes so I can get that updated to reflect the most current situation. So if you have paid recently and it's not updated, just know that you're good to go. Let's see, tires, shop local, parking. Community meeting. I don't know how many of you guys in the borough have heard about this, but the Mat-Su Borough is updating their comprehensive plan. So they have sent out some information. They wanted to get feedback from people. We shared that little link on there where you could go in and kind of give them your input. They are having a bunch of, let's see here. How's it say? They're having community meetings so that they can kind of have a borough-wide comprehensive plan update. What that means is they're planning for growth, which also means they're going to be talking about doing some zoning and things like that and telling us what we can and can't do in areas that we're at. For instance, the motorsports mecca of the world right here in Butte. So if you didn't have the opportunity to get your voice in about that, they are having some community meetings. The one in the Butte is tomorrow. That's Wednesday, November 15th at 6 p.m. at Butte Elementary School. I will be there definitely advocating for motorsports out here in Palmer. But if you happen to live in Butte and you want to make sure that your voice is heard, I would certainly appreciate you guys either going to the community meeting or getting with the Mat-Su Borough and letting them know that there are reasons why we live out here. Like, we like the racetrack. We like being able to take our four-wheelers and our snow machines and our side-by-sides and whatever else and go down to Jim Creek and recreate. I also appreciate a good horseback ride, and I want to make sure that that stuff is available for people out here too. So if there are things that are near and dear to your heart, whether you live in Butte or you live in some other community, definitely make sure that your voice is heard, because that's the only way we're going to keep the things that we like to do. So that is my political soapbox for today. I will get some of this stuff shared on our website and Facebook so you guys can take a look at it. But I highly recommend going to these meetings and sending in. I'm sure there's a way to email the borough and just kind of give them your input, but definitely want to make sure that we are keeping our motorsports area a motorsports area. And then the last thing that I have, in between all my many travels, I am taking the opportunity to go to our fantastic sponsors for Alaska Raceway Park and giving them some thank you gifts and kind of touching base and seeing what we can do for next year and things like that. But I wanted to encourage everyone. Next week's Thanksgiving. I don't know how that happened, but so next week's Thanksgiving. After that, of course, is full on Christmas season. There's Black Friday. We have the Shop Small, Shop Local Saturday, which is Saturday, November 25th. I highly, highly encourage you guys to shop local as much as possible. Shop at the vendors and the sponsors that support Alaska Raceway Park, or any of the other racetracks in Alaska. There are a lot of sponsors that even sponsor just racers and maybe not a facility at whole. But if there's somebody who is investing their hard-earned money into the motorsports that we love, you definitely want to help them out, especially this time. I know it is super easy to go online and buy from the big box stores or buy from Amazon and get stuff here fast and get it cheap and whatever. But those companies don't support our racetrack. They don't support motorsports across the country. In fact, the Amazon is purchasing racetracks and turning it into warehouses. So when you purchase things from companies like that, you are helping them grow, and they are taking away the things that we like to do. So I know this has turned into a little bit more of a political rant, but really, really, really want to encourage you to shop local. We have some fantastic vendors that do everything. We've got some really great employees like Erica, who does her little peanut butter balls that you can get at any vendor fair across the valley right now. John and Kelsey at John's Wooden Toys and Alaska Little Dipper Crafts. Those guys make a bunch of really cool stuff. Shop local, invest in the companies that are investing in us so that they can continue to sponsor Alaska Raceway Park or racers, or any of the other racetracks or other motorsports stuff across the state or the country. If you're not living here in Alaska, I know that there are people that are supporting your other racetrack ventures. Maybe it's even SCCA, or they sponsor F1 or something. Whatever motorsports it is, if there's somebody that is sponsoring them, be sure to help them out this season and year round, and try to purchase from those guys, because they're the ones that keep racetracks and facilities like ours open. So that's all my little track stuff going on there. Sean is blowing up my feed. So that's what I got for you guys today. Be sure to come to the community meeting, support your local engine builders. Rodney up there in Fairbanks at Ports is one of our sponsors. I'm sure there are some racers that would love to have a shiny new block underneath their tree. So definitely a plug for you guys. I appreciate everybody who is part of the Alaska Raceway Park family. Thanks for tuning in. Please share, support our vendors, get your input into the community plan, and make sure you guys are driving safe. And I look forward to seeing you next week on Alaska Raceway Park's Track Talk, where I will be here because it'll be Thanksgiving week. I am traveling a lot the next couple of weeks, so I'm going to be all over the place. So stay tuned, and I will definitely post some more stuff as travels happen. But appreciate you guys, and I will see you next week on Alaska Raceway Parks Track Talk.